He had a talent and a gift for showmanship that was nothing short of spectacular, but it was Michael Jackson's private life that all too often became the headline. Jackson dominated the music industry for more than 3 decades. He first appeared aged 5 with his brothers in the Jackson 5. By the time he was 10, the family was one of Motown's most popular acts.
He will be inducted not just into the Music Hall of Fame, but the Pantheon of Music Gods.
But it was his solo career that was to bring him to international stardom. In the 1980s, Michael Jackson was the undisputed king of pop. His albums Off the Wall and Thriller made him one of the most popular artists of the 20th century, with Thriller going platinum 21 times.
Kind of created the pop music, thing that he created with Thriller, in a sense, and all the music videos that he made. Those revolutionized the music video era.
It was the biggest selling record of all time, and it made him one of the most famous faces on the planet. But it was a face he wasn't happy with. Years of verbal abuse from his father and brothers led to his obsession with plastic surgery.
I did have the opportunity to observe him a number of times. I've also had the opportunity to see him in photographs, and I've done a number of reviews of this type of thing. And yes, there was no question about the fact that I felt that the line had been crossed.
His newfound fame and fortune enabled him to buy Neverland, a theme park home in California, complete with its own fairground and a zoo. Jackson claimed that he had never had a proper childhood and had been abused by his father. He seemed determined to make up for lost time, entertaining thousands of children, usually without their parents being present. Sleepovers and special friends were what passed for the norm in his Peter Pan world. Jackson's behaviour and appearance became ever more bizarre, earning him the nickname Wacko Jacko. It was not until 1993 that abuse allegations surfaced for the first time. The star vehemently denied abusing teenager Geordie Chandler, and the case was settled out of court when the family accepted an £18 million settlement, but it signalled the beginning of the end of Jacko's grim fairy tale. He had a short-lived marriage to Elvis's daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, and a second marriage to nurse Debbie Rowe, which produced 2 children, Prince Michael I and Paris Michael, but that too ended in divorce. Jackson acquired a 3rd child, the mother was unknown, whom he named Prince Michael II, also known as Blanket. It was a far from conventional family life. His reputation was further dented when Jackson admitted sleeping with young boys, denying that it was either wrong or sinister. Police issued a warrant for Jackson's arrest following allegations of sexual abuse from a 12-year-old boy. Jackson handed himself into police and was duly handcuffed, fingerprinted and had his mugshot taken. A vicious media war broke out between the Jackson camp and the state prosecutors, culminating in Jackson being charged on 7 counts of child molestation and 2 of administering an intoxicating agent to a child. A long and very public court case followed, with Jackson taking on increasingly bizarre behaviour, even turning up for court wearing his pyjamas. After a trying trial which dominated headlines around the world, he was acquitted of all charges.
I would like to thank the fans around the world for your love and your support from every corner of the earth. My family, who's been very supportive, my brother Randy, who's been incredible. I want to thank the community of Santa Maria. I want you to know that I love the community of Santa Maria very much.
The devastation of the event took its toll. He retreated from public life, and despite some rare and often bizarre public appearances, it looked like he would never again return to the star he once was. Even the rags to riches story that Jackson seems to personify was flawed. Despite having a fortune once estimated to be in the region of £200 million, he was thought to be in heavy debt, even having to sell his beloved Neverland.
This is it.
But But this year it appeared that the magic may return. He shocked the world by appearing at London's O2 Arena to announce a series of 50 shows, which were due to begin in a matter of weeks. But rumours of ill health dogged him. Stories that he was suffering from skin cancer were never confirmed, but Jackson himself cancelled shows and threw doubt on the others. He insisted, though, he would go on. But for the king of pop, arguably the most famous man in the world, it was never to be. Steve Hargrave, Sky News.